What's up, gang? I don't even know if this is going to be the start of this video. You know, let's just make this the start of the video. So, welcome. Welcome back. We got more car mods happening today. Pretty exciting. So, I got the exhaust. The GTI exhaust is here. In this video, we're probably also going to put on the mud flaps. And I got rally armor mud flaps, obviously. And then I got a diverter valve. And then there's a clutch spacer. I also got... And then, on top of that, I've tinted the fog lights already. Those are already tinted. I'll show you a quick clip of those right now, actually. Here's the clip of me tinting the fog lights. Alright, everybody. So, I got the Laminex fog light tint. I got it in yellow because yellow is the cool color to get. Basically, they send you 3 sizes of these, which are just the stickers. So there's the backing. They are sandwiched together, so like if I peel this apart, it just turns into 2 of these because there's 6 in total, 3 on each side. They have 3 ways to apply it. You can do a dry install, you can do a wet install, you can, it just kind of shows you how dumb lights work and the curing time. I think I'm going to end up doing a wet install. We'll see. I think I can do a dry install, but I'd rather, sort out all the air bubbles. So we'll see kind of how it goes on. I'll try. I think I'm gonna try the small ones dry, and if that doesn't work out as well as I think it will, then I will move on to a wet install. They do send. Well, I have a clear bumper protector, and they sent a spray bottle with that because with the bumper one you have to do a wet install. I will do the bumper install after I fix that paint chip. That hasn't happened yet, but I do want to clear coat it or put the protective film over it when I do get the paint fixed. So that's where we're at. You guys will see the end result way later when I actually do the tint, but I just wanted to make a short video, just a short clip in this video to show that I'm installing it. So all right, back to future Nevan, whatever he's decided to do with this footage. Okay, so so now that you've enjoyed the beautiful fog light tint clip, I'm gonna go get the windows tinted. I guess now. Next, I'm gonna go get the windows tinted. So you'll see that next. But I want to show you guys the exhaust. I got excited and I opened it up already, but might as well show you guys it too. So that's going to be going on over the weekend. So basically, right now, today's Monday. On Wednesday, I'm going to go get tint. On Wednesday, I also get the mud flaps and the other stuff. I got it all from ECS just because it's easier. But on Wednesday, I'm going to get the diverter valve spacer, the mud flaps, and the clutch spacer. And then on Saturday, I have to go to my stepdad's shop, and then I'm going to chuck my car up on a lift, put in the cat back, and then we'll be chilling. Oh, and I think in that video, in the clip I just showed, I mentioned that I was going to try to put it on using the sticker method first, but turns out it's a lot, like 6 trillion times easier to do it if you just spray a crap ton of water on the back of the tint, and then spray a crap ton of water on the headlight, because then you can like move it around as you're placing it, and it's just an overall better result. Like, and then it also doesn't like I've seen other people who have tinted their fogs yellow, and they get like this dirty look to it when they just put the sticker part on and they don't spray the water. When you spray the water and squeegee it out, it just looks clean. You don't get that dirtiness when you turn the light on. With the light though, since the light is a little bit blue, when they are on, they are greenish. They're still kind of yellow. I think most people would just kind of default to saying that they're yellow, but they're a greenish yellow. I can show you guys a picture right here. But yeah, so let's just show you guys the exhaust. I'm pretty excited. This is my cat. She's very cute and fluffy. She's sleeping. But this is the exhaust. It's not as fluffy or cute. So this is the Beluga exhaust. It's just a catback. They make them for the Mark 7, the Mark 6s. I don't know if they do Mark 5s. They're in Texas. When I first heard of them, they were mentioned as just like an eBay seller or something like that. They're just like an eBay exhaust, but they're actually in Texas. Usually when I think of cheap eBay stuff, I think of like Shenzhen, China manufactured stuff. But this is all as far as I can tell, this is all made in Texas. Um, there's a guy that makes them, and he shipped it like right out. Like the second I put the order in, like it was like 2 or 3 minutes later, he sent the shipping label, and FedEx had already had it. So like they really like sent this out real quick. So I was very very happy, very pleased with that. Um, I'm going to not unwrap a whole lot of it because I have to transport it to the shop, and I don't want it to get damaged in my car. But I did take out a tip, just the tip. So, I mean, later in the video, you guys will see it all unwrapped because I'm going to be putting it on in the same video. Unless I decide to split this up into multiple videos, which I probably should have done. But, but this is the tip. It's rolled, super nice, hefty. I guess you don't want it to be heavy, but it's nice. It's got the drain at the bottom. Pretty chill. I like it. It's a nice like aggressive looking stock feel. So I'm a fan. I'm a big old fan. Yeah, everything looks nice so far. Let me grab one of the edges of this so we can take a look at some of the welds. But now I'm not a welder, so I'm not like the guy to critique people's welds. But I can at least tell you if they like I've seen some bad welds, so I can tell you if they're bad or not. Well, 1 second, I gotta like really try on this one. So yeah, here's what those welds look like. Let's see if I can focus on them. The camera doesn't want to focus on them, but they look good. Nothing. I've definitely seen worse welds, so they look good. They look fine. Nothing wrong with them. They look like they'll hold up the time. I know. So it's got two resonators. There's one here, and then there's, because it's a dual exit, so there's two resonators, one here, and then there's an identical pipe there. I think it's just flipped. And there's a resonator on that, and there's the two mufflers. Some guys delete resonators. I saw someone who had the same exhaust, and he deleted the resonator, and he had a down pipe. And he said in his comment section that his GTI was a little bit too loud for his taste. So I think what's going to happen is this is probably going to be too quiet of an exhaust at first, but when I get a downpipe, a catted downpipe, it's going to make it a little bit louder. So hopefully that's loud enough for me. I'm excited about the diverter valve spacer. I'm excited about the diverter valve spacer because I want to hear the turbo noise. I'm gonna give you a little child, so I'm not like swooning after. I'm gonna turn this light off. I'm not swooning for the max performance. So some people say that the diverter valves reduce performance a tiny bit. I looked in the blow-off valves, and I looked into diverter valves, and I really tried to put in the research, and the general consensus is that sometimes diverter spacers can cause a loss of responsiveness, just like a tiny bit. Sometimes, some people report it. Some people say they're okay with their spacers. Some people reported they felt like the turbo wasn't spooling as fast as it used to, or the turbo wasn't as responsive as it used to be. And so it's just it's a grab bag. I got like a 50-50% of people saying it was good, people saying it was bad. But the most common consensus is that the diverter valve itself is really good. I had gum in my mouth that whole time. So okay. The common consensus is that the diverter valve itself, it's stock one in the GTI, is really good. It needs literally zero upgrades ever because it's just good. And also it recirculates the the blow off, it recirculates that back into the turbo anyways. So with the spacer, you reduce how much air is getting recirculated back into the system. So that in theory, it should reduce responsiveness, but as long as the intake is good enough, you should be okay. So I think with the spacer, you are supposed to put a higher flow intake, but also the intake in the GTI is already super high flow, so any intake upgrades are basically useless. It's just that Volkswagen made a really good car to begin with, so a lot of mods aren't useful. So like a lot of people who do intakes, they're not useful unless you're running other stuff where you need more air. But from my research, everyone pretty much agrees that the diverter valve stock is fantastic. It's way better than anything you can get aftermarket, and the intake is like there's no need to ever replace it. You just need to put a high quality filter in it, and you're chilling. The only reason you'd replace it is for aesthetic reasons. So, which is a viable option. I'm gonna put aesthetic stuff on my car anyways. It doesn't. So I'm not gonna. That's basically the reason I got the exhaust. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I'm doing it for performance. So, just keep that in mind if you have a GTI and you happen to be modding it and you're like flipping around YouTube looking for people with similar builds as to what you want to do. It's just that intakes are basically purely aesthetic. You can probably get ones that are worse than the stock box. So I would just keep that in mind. Why do I keep turning this light on? But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna take you guys to the window tint. I'm not even there yet. Like that, the window tint's not happening for me for like another 2 days. But for you guys get to see it right now. So have fun in the future. Tell future Nevan I said hi. I'll be here. See you. Okay, gangsters, it's tinted time. The windows have been tinted. I will show you a picture from the outside when I get home, but so far looking pretty nice. I'm gonna have to wait a while to get everything all sorted, but shit's tinted. It's legit. Also, today I got the diverter spacer, mud flaps, and the clutch spacer. So I'm going to attempt to put those on when I get home. So I will see you when I get there. So here's what the tint looks like. So we have 50% on the front windows. We got 20 on all the rears, and then the back, which is also 20. You can basically straight up not see through this. You can kind of, if you just look straight down, you can see, but from head height, since there's the cover there, you don't see anything. You just see me. So this is what that all looks like. Looking pretty good. So I'm gonna stick these mud flaps on real quick. Probably shouldn't take that long. And then I'm gonna share that with you guys. Alright, we got one flapperini on. There she blows. Chilling. Looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna move over to the next side and we're gonna do that flap. It's pretty simple. There's just a little bracket that holds it on that's behind the flap here. So there's a little metal bracket that goes from here to here. You just kind of bend it so that it matches the concaveness of the wheel well, and then you just screw in the flap down here. And there's a little like hider, so there's a little like piece that hides the bracket because you can kind of see the bracket through there. You stick that on, and then once you get these tightened, just screw it into the factory holes and you're chilling. So I'm gonna dip over to the other side of the car. I'm just gonna finish up the rest of the car, so next time you see it, I'll be done. So I've flapped the GTI. They're not perfectly aligned, but I think when I put the exhaust on, I'll probably fix their alignment a little lift, because it'll be on a lift. So here we are. That's the money shot. Look at those flaps, boys. They're all flapped up. So it's kind of a subtle little difference, but I like it. Also, that's the rear windshield. Looks kind of weird. I'm feeling it though. And by weird I meant the tint. It's just strange to see it tinted like that. I'm gonna get some rain guards pretty soon. I think that's probably gonna be one of the next things we do to it. Really nice to see these mud flaps though. Really feeling them, man. So we're losing daylight, so I don't know if it's gonna be worth it at all, but I'm gonna pop the hood and take a look at what it's gonna take to put on the diverter valve. And if it's gonna be easy, I'll do it real quick, but if not, I'll stave that off until tomorrow. Hey guys, it's your boy editing Nevan, and so really here's what I gotta say. Right now you're watching beautiful, lovely, amazing footage of me walking around my car for approximately 1 minute. And you're probably wondering, what the fuck is this? Where's the actual exhaust install? And that's it doesn't exist. So basically, here's how you install an exhaust. You unbolt the old one and bolt in the new one. But as you're bolting in the new one, you realize that you put the wrong clamp on the wrong part, so you got to take the clamp off and put the right clamp on. And then also you realize that, hey, the clamps that came with this catback exhaust kind of suck, so now you have to get a longer bolt because we stripped out the bolt, and your stepdad is helping you, and by helping you, he's really putting together the whole thing. But I was also doing I was doing a lot of the work, but he was also doing a lot of the work too. And basically, we stripped out a bolt on one of the clamps. He had another one. Obviously, he's a mechanic by trade, so if he doesn't have another one, he's kind of a crappy mechanic. And yeah, I had to put a new one in. It was exciting. That was pretty much it. The clamps suck, but we have no exhaust leaks, so just let it be known, the clamps suck ass. um, buy better clamps. Additionally, it looks very nice. I lined up the tips. Car looks good. By this point, the video is probably over, and I'm probably showing a beautiful picture that looks disturbing. I mean, there's nothing else really for me to say. It's just, you unbolt the one, you put the new one in. Oh, the hangers were hard to pull off. I put a whole bunch of um oil lube in there, lubed her up, and I couldn't pull them off by hand. I had to use a special tool. That was very exciting and terrible. And yeah, I didn't even know that tool existed in the world. I thought I was just being stupid, and I just had weak noodle arms, which I do have weak noodle arms. I cracked my finger, but also you need a special tool to take the hangers off. So that's really it. Now I'm going to bless you with the sweet, sweet sounds of the first startup that we did. And my stepdad is revving the car for me. It is a Snapchat video, so it is vertical. I don't know why I didn't film a real video here. I think I was just trying to not be annoying to my stepdad, and I just didn't want to film a whole bunch of stuff. Not I think that I did that. I did do that. That's why I didn't film a whole bunch of stuff. So now you guys know why there's no video of me actually putting the exhaust on. It looks good. It's been like a week. It's pretty fantastic, guys. Just enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so as you saw, I've installed the exhaust on the GTI, the Beluga exhaust. It's installed, been installed. I didn't film a whole lot of it, mostly because it took a lot of time, and I didn't bring a tripod, and I didn't I did it at my stepdad's shop, and I didn't want to be weird about it. To describe the sound, I really enjoy the sound. What is this filming position, dude? Yes. Okay. Yeah, to describe the sound, I enjoy the sound. So it's louder than the stock exhaust, definitely so. It's definitely louder than the stock exhaust. But it's not loud enough to where, because I live on a busy street, and over where I live, at least, there's a lot of modified cars with modified exhausts, and it actually gets really annoying because my road's long and straight, and so there's there's a custom wheel shop down the road or something, and basically, whenever you get fresh wheels, I mean I don't fault them, but they go do mad pulls down my road in them, and it's always these loud ass fucking cars, and in my house it's annoying, and I can't imagine driving in those cars on a day to day basis. So I mean a lot of them are like Mustangs, stuff that you wouldn't daily drive anyways, but you know, I do daily drive the GTI, so I didn't want something that was going to be that loud. But I think the exhaust that I put on is tasteful. It's, you know, it provides more airflow. It's a little bit louder. It has a nice deep tone, so like you can feel it in the car. But then when you're in the highway and you put it in the six and you just, you know, go lower in the RPMs, you don't hear anything at all. You know, you don't hear anything till you really get past about like 2000-ish, you know, where you'd shift, you don't really hear anything. And that combined with the diverter valve, it sounds great. You can hear the turbo, it whooshes, it comes through, and then from third to fourth, you can make it flutter. You can make the turbo flutter, and that's really cool. So it's really just it's good. I enjoy it. I enjoy the sound. I'm gonna go do an interior clip for you guys. The clutch spacer is pretty cool. I will say though, when I was getting used to it, I stalled once, and then I went to go. You know, I stalled in first. You know, starting. I was gonna go forward. I stalled. Luckily, there's no one around, so I didn't really care. Cause I was just hitting. I was going around little like developments because the developments tend to have a lot of stop signs. So I was going along around a couple developments around here, just so I could get the hang of the new clutch feel at stop signs. And I stalled, and usually when you stall, you just put the clutch back in, turn the key, car turns back on, and I usually just keep it in first, which is where I was. I need to be in first anyways, but the clutch spacer had spaced the clutch too far to where the car was like you had to push the clutch all the way in to start back up. So I had to lower the clutch spacer a little bit. So just keep that in mind. So you want to be a little bit less than like half of the spacer. Just make sure the spacer lets you restart the car if you stall. That's all you need to do. It doesn't affect starting the car in general, but it does affect starting the car if you stall. So now you guys know that. Other than that, clutch spacer's been good. It definitely has improved my starting times. I still need to get, you know, this is my first manual transmission car, and it's been like 2 months now. I think I've had it, so I'm still working on starting a little bit faster. I'm not as instant as I would like to be. Yeah, overall, the mods I did, the mud flaps look good. The tint looks good. The tint is very livable, by the way. So it's been a couple of days since I got the tint. Very livable. I got 50 in the front and 20 all around the rear, and it's good. You know, it blocks out enough headlights to where I don't like feel like I'm getting blinded by the people behind me anymore, which is good. Especially if you have a lower car, you know the pain and the suffering that SUVs are, because headlights are just a little bit brighter now, and they're just a little bit more crisp, and it just goes right in your eyeballs if you have a lower car, because everyone's driving an SUV. So at least now I don't get blinded by the headlights. I don't have to change the rear view mirror anymore. So now I actually don't want. Before I wanted an auto rear view mirror because I needed it to auto dim, but now I don't even dim it at night because the rear window's already dim enough. But then in the daytime I can see perfectly fine out of it, almost like it's not tinted at all. So that's a win. I would actually consider that a genuine upgrade to my car. So I'm gonna go grab a tripod. We're gonna hop out there and do a little bit of a drive. I think, I don't know. I gotta go find some roads to drive around in that aren't near my house and that I can get on the gas on, which might not be as easy as I think. So you guys will see. The next cut's gonna be me driving, hopefully. I swear it. All right. Okay, we're on the car. I'm gonna do a cold start. It's really hot outside, so also I was driving a little bit earlier today, but I'm gonna do a cold start. We're gonna go. There's a country road kind of nearby here. I'm just gonna go hit it up. Hopefully there's no cops. I really don't have the money to get pulled over. You guys can see the tint on the inside, so that's all 20% back there. This is 50, and then if I was to show you guys what it looks like outside compared to the inside, it's honestly not all that different from just having non-tinted windows. It's just that people have a harder time looking in now. So now the car looks a lot cooler. So let's get to this cold start. Again, this microphone does not do the exhaust justice, but I do want you guys to hear it. I'm just trying to balance starting the car and getting a good angle. So you can kind of hear it there. Again, not super loud, and the intent wasn't to make it super loud. I do have it in the sport mode, so that means it has the sport sound, which I've learned is actually just a sound actor, which means there's a special speaker or something, and it feeds engine noise into the cabin via the speaker. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but you never know. Yeah, I run it on the sport, which says it increases performance. I haven't actually noticed much of a difference between the sport and the regular mode, just other than the sound, and it seems the sport has a little bit less traction control than normal mode. So I'm sure all you GTI guys know exactly what the difference is, but I have no clue, and I don't notice much of a difference. But yeah, this is what it sounds like interior wise. I'll give it a rev. So again, not super loud. You guys heard the video before. You could hear more of the engine than you could hear the exhaust. Again, it's just a little bit louder than stock. That's all I wanted. That's all I want. You can hear that it's on. That's all I needed to know. So I'm gonna go set up this camera, and then we're gonna go hit this country road. All right. And for all intents and purposes, I'm in Mexico right now. This is not Mexico. Just realized my girlfriend's thing is in my back seat, and she kind of needs it, so I'm gonna have to get that to her. I'll do that before she gets home from work. Yeah, let's go for this drive. Alright, this is from second. Can't go much faster on this road. It's a busy road. Yeah, in the past I've said I was gonna do some car stuff. I mostly cut it out actually when I say I'm gonna do some actual driving stuff, mostly because I just don't know where to start. There's usually cops on this road, so I can't go super fast there. It's nice though, to hear all the exhaust and everything kind of working in tandem. I wish I could roll down the windows. I can't until tomorrow. Tomorrow I can roll down the windows and I'll be A-okay. I need to wipe them down a little bit too, but it's whatever at this point. I'm worried about a little bit of area on some of the windows. Actually, the one area I was worried about in this window has disappeared, but it looks like there's a speck of dirt trapped in the one part of the window back there, so I might have to investigate. I usually have my GPS out to assist with this stuff, but since you guys are the GPS, I no longer have it out, so I'm going to be very confused in a moment. If you guys were wondering, the diverter valve spacer does actually give you flutters. So at least for me, when I go 3 to 4, I get flutters. That's only if I'm hammering on 3 and I go a little bit lightly on 4. So not like if it's just a normal 3 to 4, it'll still make noise, but it won't it will make the flutter. So it is possible, boys. We're almost to the Hoon Road, hopefully. Ooh, we got a little bit of a flutter there. The exhaust does shake more stuff now. I've noticed. More stuff shakes in the car than previously. Yeah, dude, that was a real flutter. It sounds kind of wimpy on videos. That is how it sounds in real life, but I got the feeling in real life is just so much better. It's like, oh man, I try to not go wild when there's cars driving around, but I live in such a populated area, it's kind of difficult. This is the bumpiest road known to man. And I think I'm going to end it here as we're driving. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this content that I have so willingly produced for you. I had to hit that. There is free road, full forest coverage, and nothing but net for like a hot second. So I had to go have a little bit of fun there. Shush. Okay, everybody. My cat. Hey, can you shut up? Hey, shush. Okay. So, we have a weird focus, first of all. I mean, there we go. Now, shush. Now we can see me. Okay. I'm trying to just shush for a second. All right, everybody. So I was editing. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I'm editing, and I'm looking at this outro I did originally. And it's trash. It's just the worst outro ever. You can just hear my car. I'm on the bumpiest road known to man. My cat is currently meowing. This outro is not much better, but it's gonna have to stay like this. Shush. Shush. Shush your freaking mouth. Okay. So, all I need to say is it's been like a week with the exhaust, I think. I kind of lost track of time. I think it's been like a week. I don't know. It's been like a week. Shush. And the exhaust sounds fine. I like it. It is a little bit, now that I'm used to it, it's a little bit quieter than I would like. I think the cat back that I've planned, I mean not very soon, but the cat, like, what am I talking about? Okay. Let's restart. It's a little quiet for what I wanted, and I think the downpipe, the catted downpipe, will alleviate some of my issues. This cat needs to shut the fuck up, dude. But yeah, I think the catted downpipe will alleviate the problems that I'm having with the sound not being loud enough. It sounds good. It's nice, deep. It sounds like actually like super good. It needs to be a tiny bit louder. Some guys are deleting resonators. I already talked about it in the video. You guys have already seen the video, so I need to say that. You can really hear the turbo with the spacer. It doesn't really come through in that video, the sound clips that I just did, but you can actually hear it really well, so just let that be known. The diverter valve spacer makes it sound whooshy, and it does the fluttering, so now you guys know. That's all I really have to say. I had to go do a voiceover for shut the hell up. I had to go do a voiceover. Oh my god, dude. You think I'm stepping on her. I'm not. She's just standing there meowing at me. But I have to go do a voiceover for a part of the muffler install, not the muffler, the catback install, because I'm an idiot. And I literally filmed nothing for installing the catback, because again, I'm an idiot. So we're gonna go do that now, but I just needed to film a better outro, and this is probably objectively a worse outro. But it's all of the 3 minutes and 15 seconds that you're watching are gonna stay in the video. So, fuck you. And with that, subscribe. And subscribe some more. Like to see more of this content. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time on the Nevan Does Weird Stuff show. Bye bye.